Hello everyone who joined us this evening. I will be welcome Dr. Abu Bakr, our good role model. May God bless you. Hello everyone, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. It's me, Adam Ibrahim Soni, back with you again. Thank you for being here. I do thank and I appreciate you for your own time. I will be talking about enlightenment and awareness in life. This is really very important topic in our day-to-day life, where we need to understand what is awareness and what is enlightenment. For you, being aware and being enlightened is that to understand and to realize your own humanity, to understand the value of life, to realize the value of life, and to know why you are alive and what is the meaning of living. Awareness and enlightenment is the feeling of you having gratitude in life, that you appreciate single thing about your life. That is awareness. Usually most of the people, they will live through their own ego. I'm this person, I belong to this group, I belong to this country, this tribe, this color, this is my own position, this is my job title, this is me. Ego. Being proud of things that was given to you as a gift in life. And not only that, being proud only, but you are feeling that you are superior, while other people whom they don't have the same things like you, they are inferior. This is wrong, and this is against your own humanity. You see, if you are proud because you are a manager or even a minister or anything, okay, that is good. But someone who is even a cleaner is not less than you as a human being. You have to understand that. For you being a man, it doesn't mean that women are less than you, because you never know. One day, who knows, you might have been as a woman. Put yourself in that position. You didn't select yourself to be a man. You didn't select yourself to be a man. You was created a man. So the same way you appreciate yourself as a man, you're supposed to appreciate women as women. Yes, there is differences. You are a man and she is a woman. But that doesn't mean they are less. They are equal to you in humanity. They have their own positions. That is what we have to understand. Awareness in life is the condition of understanding and realization, a place of wisdom where you have a different dimension, a different view, a different opinion. That is awareness. It is you behaving in a very good way and reacting in a very good way with life, with people, with the situations and the circumstances. And at the same time, it is the well treatment for you as a human being. to treat yourself very well as a human being. That is awareness. Awareness is you being calm, being in peace. Awareness is you being in tranquility, and even the belief that life is really very good. That is awareness. Believing in prosperity, that people and you can have too. It's not prosperity. Awareness that you are confident enough who created you and existed you in this life and universe can provide you anything. Fearing nothing out of nothing. That is awareness. You are really very content about your life. Awareness is you knowing that life is about contradictory. You see, that there is opposite, death and birth, day and night, summer and winter, happiness, sadness, war and peace. All those things, you know, they exist in life, and that is awareness. That you will know all those opposite things available. Failure and success, all about life. You see, black and white, tall and short, understanding that there is opposite things. This is awareness. And then whenever you will go through something in life, it doesn't mean that you are a bad person. If you come across a difficult situation, it doesn't mean that you are a bad person. Or even if you didn't come through bad situation, it doesn't mean that you are a good person. Because life has its own way to teach us lessons, how to grow. And then we need to understand those things we will go through as a process of our own journey in life. That is what we're supposed to understand. You see? That is what we're supposed to understand as a journey in life. That everything we go through, it meant for something. It meant to help us grow. You see? That is why they said we attract to ourselves what we need to grow. We attract to ourselves what we need to grow. That is how we're supposed to think of life and think of things. Things happen for a reason, and we don't need to stay there. If you come across a difficult situation, try to understand why I'm there, what are the lessons, and move forward. That is how you will be aware. To pay attention to those details and find out the lessons, to learn things and move forward. As a wake-up call. That is how you will be aware. Because life, it has its own way to teach us things. Life has its own way that it will teach us things. Between good and bad, better and worse, there is wisdom lies there. And then we need to understand what is the wisdom behind that, because some people will be given gifts of life in order to be tested. Some people will be given everything in life so that they can be tested. And some people, they will not be given things in life so that they can be tested. You see? So that is why you're supposed to think always about the things. And not only that, to think that life is about those things people find it in our day-to-day life, because there are so many good things happening, there are so many bad things happening, but at last you as a human will understand and know that life happens this way and this way, but you are in the middle, having constant assured feeling about life, about prosperity, about goodness, and that they are messages meant to be from whatever you go through in life. That is how you're supposed to think, and to know that you are really very well aware and that you are enlightened through those things. Even when those things happening, we will know ourselves through our own reactions, and with life and with people. You will never know yourself that you are patient unless if you go through a difficult thing. You will never know yourself that you are having self-management, self-control, unless if you found somebody who's hard to be handled. You will never know you are strong unless you can go through difficult things in life. You see? So the power of endurance, it will come through there. That is why we as a human being, we will observe all those things and find out how do we want to feel, how do we want to enjoy. It is our own reaction which will decide which way we will go. That is how we supposed to consider life. That is how we supposed to consider things that is happening in our day-to-day life. To be observant, to watch, to be selective, and to behave based on what is right. Even sometimes people wrongly, they do judge other people from one mistake. That is totally wrong, because nobody's perfect. Same way people make, we do make mistake. So we have at least to understand that, because if we only think of that and to consider people are bad because of one mistake, we will lose our relations, and even we will not find out more about people and to try to find out those good things and the good side of them. You see? Because each and every person, he has good side and bad sides, same like us. And it's the same thing with life, that you don't judge the whole life from one single situation happen. If you go through difficult times, definitely things you are alive, many situations, it came with the same things. It passed and you are alive. So you will never judge people by one mistake, by one failure. Give them chance, give life chance. Learn and move on. That is how we supposed to understand life, and not to judge people in life from those situations and fluctuations. You see? Because things will fluctuate, vice versa. So we have to understand that is part of life. That is part of the system. As a part of your own growth, as a part of your own process to be different. You see? To be you. To show your light and to bring out all those good things you have. That is why I said people will be tested in different ways. You will be given everything, and you may be forbidden everything. That is how you will know yourself. That is why they said, like, a person can cover his body, his naked body, you see, with garments or clothes. And then you can discover a person's mentality by a simple discussion. That is why those things which is happening in our day-to-day life are meant really for a good thing, for a good reason. But we have to understand, and we have to think of that. Even in terms of faith, about awareness, so many people, they are even ready to speak 1,000 words about God. But how many of us feel the meaning and the greatness of God within themselves? Feeling His own qualities within Himself, those qualities which we share with Him, like patience, love, forgiveness, tolerance, giving and forgiving. Such values, we know those values and qualities related to God. We know that God is great. But as a part of awareness, we're supposed to reflect those things within ourselves, to understand them, to feel them. You see? That is how we're supposed to think. Not only to know the Almighty exists, but we as a human being, as a part of this universe, we have to feel that greatness. That even if somebody would like to harm us, a manager, whatever, minister or whatever, but you as a human being, you should know that there is something bigger will protect you, and to be assured of that. The total surrender to the high power. That is how you're supposed to do. To be aware and to be enlightened is not to hate anyone. Is not to respond to an offense by another offense. That is how you will be enlightened. To be enlightened is to serve somebody you don't know and do your best in order to help them, to do a favor to somebody that you don't know. That is how you will be enlightened. You see? Is to show love for those you don't know them. You just know them as a human being, and there is no any relations with you. That is how you will be enlightened. To be enlightened and aware is to share what you have with other people. To be enlightened is to help a sick person, is to help an elderly. That is how you will be enlightened and you will be aware. To be aware is to have a smile, and to always be smiling. Not only to smile for those executive managers, ministers or whatever, but also you can smile to those even whom lower than you, they below you, but are the same with you in humanity. That is how you will be aware. You will appreciate people for who they really are as a human being. That is how you will be aware. To be aware is that you will love for people what you love for yourself. That is how you will be aware. That is how you will be enlightened. So many people sometimes they think only about themselves. That is selfishness. But what you love for yourself, you should love it for other people too. If you deserve respect, you have to consider other people, they deserve respect. So they respect people they have. You see? So awareness and enlightenment how you will be aware in life, how you will be enlightened, is that to understand you are a human being and other people are human being too. And you need to respect them. Same way you want other people to respect you. That is why they say, treat people the way you want to be treated. Give respect, take respect. If you want people to love you, you have to love them. If you want people to help you, you have to help others. If you want people to give you, you have to give to others. That is how you will be aware. But you shouldn't be selfish. You ask from people what you don't give them, what you don't give others. That way you are not aware. Being aware is to respect your enemy. To know your enemy is a human being. Being aware is to respect your enemy, that your enemy is a human being. That you will not wish those bad things happen to people. Instead of you wishing bad thing happen to person, you should pray for them in order to change. So many people, they have sometimes misunderstanding with people, and then they only wish bad things for them to happen. That is not awareness. You're supposed to pray that good things happen to them, that they will change and things will get back to normal. But you will not wish for them bad things. That way you will not be aware. Being aware in life is that you will reach a situation, a level of harmony. A level of harmony that people and life and situations will not change you. You have a constant, stable feeling of life. A well-aware person is not moody. That today you will find him or her that is smiling and tomorrow he's sad. A well-aware person is not that person who complain always about life. A well-aware person is not that person who complain about life, because he understand that life, as I said, life is vice versa, good and bad, opposite. So if there is a bad situation, he knows that a good situation will come after. That is why they say, after the long hours of night, a new dawn will come. That is the enlightened person will think always about life, will have harmony, not a moody person, and will not judge life and people from one single thing that happens. That is the well-aware person, you see, because negative or positive, he's in a balance. He's in a balance. Negative or positive, he's in a balance, in a harmony, in peace with himself. People don't affect his own peace. Things don't affect his own peace, because he's well aware that bad and good are happening. And he will not be as a game that people and situations will always take him or her up and down. He's in a harmony, in a level. That is how you will be aware. He's observant, will see what are the things happening, and then find his own feeling there. That is how he or she will be aware about life. Awareness is really very important. If we are really observant every day, if we are really observant and we notice and we focus on the things that are happening around us, definitely we will grow, we will change. If we change the way we see things, the way we see people, the way we react to life and people, definitely so many things will happen, so many things will change. Sometimes when we behave with people, we feel that people have changed. But the problem is that people are people. Only the way we think about them change. Most of the people, sometimes they think about certain person in only one way. So that is what they see in others. Although maybe others, they are doing so many good things, but they see that bad, they focus on. It is the same thing with life. Somebody will think himself that he's unlucky, he has no fortune. So that is what he will find in life. You will attract who you really are. And life is a print of your own ideas. Life is a print of your own ideas. What you are is what you see. And what you see is what you are. That is why, like, you should know the right thing. You should know the beauty of life. And that there is things that happening. But at the same time, believing that goodness is there. Believing life, it has a bright side. So that is why from today, let us try to think positive about life, about people, about things. Having such a positive attitude, definitely it will change so many things. If we have some difficult, hard people to deal with, we're supposed to try to consider them that those people, they are really having problem in their own life, to excuse them for who they really are and try to deal with them through what we have in our life, what we believe as values. So that is the way where people will change. If you see somebody who is really very bad, instead of you judging this bad person, just think, why this person is bad? Maybe something that shocked him or happened to him or her, that is why he is this way or she is this way, and try to approach them and change that. But standing far away and judging people, it is what will bring bad situations. For you being aware, you're supposed to change that way you look to people and life. You see, you cannot judge life from one failure. You cannot judge life from one situation. How many persons in this life, so many bad things happen to them. They lost a job, they lost a parent, they lost value things. But at last they are still alive. Because they do believe deep within, still there is good ahead. Having the feeling of gratitude, that you appreciate every single thing in your life. That is why every day when you wake up, instead of you thinking of what you don't have and what you lack, you're supposed to think about all those things you have in your life as a blessing. At least for you being alive. That is what you're supposed to appreciate as a human being. You see? So, if you really want to be very well aware, there are certain things and tips that you're supposed to try so that you can be well aware. Try not to respond to an offense by another offense. Try not to respond to an offense by another offense. Especially with social media, we find there is really some people whom are bullying other people with a message or a voice message, or even sometimes during calls. But you, as a well-aware person, you shouldn't pay attention to such a people. You see, suppose and consider them like ignorant. They don't know humanity. They don't know the values of human beings. So don't respond to offense by another offense. Don't scream and be angry with your own children when they do something bad. Especially if a child broke something. So don't feel bad about that and try to beat them. What is broken is broken. Will not be brought back. But at least a child's life. So at least approach them nicely, and even you can try to hide those things which are breakable, and try to teach your child how to protect things. And in this, you should pay attention that don't worry about the nonsense things in life. You should be big by bigger things. Don't pay attention to nonsense. When you think of the bigger things, the bigger world, you are big. The things you concern about is who you really are. When you think of the whole world, the beauty and the goodness of the whole world, the problems of the whole world, then you are really very big human being. But if you think that you lack a bicycle or a car, where there is other people around the world, they can't even drink a clean water, and you don't think of them, that is who you really are. You're thinking about things that really perfections of life, where some people they lack necessity of life. So you, as you to be a big things, that is how you will be great. Think about the greater things, you will be great. But if you are thinking about the tiny nonsense things, that is who you really are. When someone do something bad, and there are certain simple things happening during the day, don't pay attention to those details. Move on. Bigger. Let your mind be busy with the sometimes you lose and waste your time on things that doesn't deserve such a concern. That is why you're supposed to be with that big mind, to be well aware. You have to be selective about the thing that will make you talk. Otherwise, you have to keep silent, because silence itself is a speech. But sometimes when you go and speak about certain things which are really tiny nonsense things, definitely that is who you really are. Therefore, be selective on what you will talk about. And not only that, but how you will talk about it, how you will address it. Because it differs really about the truth, how you will say the truth, how you will advise somebody. So, advising someone in a different way definitely is what will help you. Is what will help you. That is why you have to be sure about the things that you would like to think about, and talk about the things which you would like to talk about. You see? Then also you have to appreciate those values. You should appreciate those values in life. Patience, forgiveness, tolerance. Try to appreciate those values, and not only that, to live them, to walk your talk, to be a good role model. That is how you will be very well aware, and you will be enlightened. Even loving people unconditionally, giving people unconditionally, without waiting anything in return. Not to behave with interest with people. Appreciate people as who they are, as a human being, that they deserve respect, they deserve love. That is how you will be enlightened. And then you have to remember, whoever you are still a human being. And whatever you represent, at last, names, tribes, religion, color, all those things, you see, you will not carry it with you that it will be written here like that. No. But the values you represent. And you will not be there down inside your grave, except with the way that you was behaving with people. That is why you should always think, how do you want to be remembered? How do you want to be considered? That is how you're supposed to consider your life and to remember your own life. Just to be a very good role model, that other people, they can follow your step, and that to treat people the way you want to be treated, to treat people based on your own style, values. That is how you will be enlightened. So awareness in life, it needs you to be vigilant. It needs you to be in alert, that to consider those things happening in your life as a part of your own growth. To know that life is really very simple, and you as a human being is meant for you in order to leave a very good impression wherever you will go. And even when you always have positive attitude, good attitude, have that feeling of love toward others, that is what you will send as a vibes and vibration to other people. And it is how it will reflect even to your own life. But so many people, they are living life without knowing the meanings of awareness. They only live and act and react the way that they will feel at the same time. But sometimes before you act and react, you're supposed to think for a while and to know what is the right thing that is supposed to follow and do. Always people, they try to live through an eye by an eye. That is bad. That is bad, because when you just treat that way, treat people that way, you will copy who they really are to yourself. Starting from today, we have to be grateful for every single thing in our life. And tomorrow when we will wake up, we suppose the first thing that we have to consider is that we are alive. Because hundreds of people, maybe they slept but they didn't get the chance in order to wake up again. But you are lucky, you still got a chance in order to stay alive. So having that in your life as a gratitude, it will let you appreciate all details of your day-to-day life. Having positive feeling that whatever life will bring in your life is really very good, and you need to understand that. Life is blessings. Life is a gift, a big gift. So before we leave this earth, we're supposed to do all the good deeds, to be very good human beings whom will share love. And as I'm always saying, to be the good person, whoever will see you and be with you will say, oh, life is still good, because there are such a good people like you. If there is no good person, you have to be the person who will remind the people the goodness in life. If there is no forgiveness, you're supposed to be that forgiving person who will remind people forgiveness. If there is no giving, you have to be a giving person, so that you can remind other people about the giving and the importance of giving. You see, if there is no person who is smiling, you're supposed to be that person who will always smiling, to remind people by this smile. And it is all about you, it's not about people. You see, we were created, yes, as a human being, equal as a human beings, but each and everyone has a different fingerprint. Each and every person has a different fingerprint. That is how you will be recognized. The values are one, but it differ from one person to another. Let us take life in a very positive way, to be loving person, to be good person, to be tolerant, to be forgiving, and at the same time to have kind of acceptance. Whatever life will bring, we have to accept it and move on. Because when we go to a cinema to watch a movie, we will watch this movie with all the details, and then we will enjoy those details, good and bad, failure and success. So the same thing is about life. You will enjoy life this way. And sometimes life will give us lesson in order to wake up. But if you really well aware and enlightened, you will teach yourself the lessons before life will teach you. And that is as advanced knowledge, to read and to find out more how you will handle your own self, how you will behave positively with people, how you will accept life, how you will go for your own things, how you will respond to people, how you will achieve things. Having that advanced knowledge will give you a safe life, that life will not give you a lesson in order to teach you about certain things. Because as I said, we will attract to ourselves what we need to grow. We will attract to ourselves what we need to grow. But for you, if you are growing through learning, there will be no chance for lessons. Even if there is lessons, it's the lessons that to assure what you know about things. Be blissful. be grateful, and be well aware from today. Try be a different person, as I said, and think differently, and try to even think differently about people, because if you really change, everything around you will change. As I said, life is a print of your own idea. Be a great person and try to remember the values and walk the talk. Be a good role model. That is how you will be remembered. Life is a gift. Life is a blessing. Let us enjoy this blessing by love, forgiveness, patience, and tolerance. Thank you so much. It was me with you here, Adam Ibrahim Soni. May God bless you, and may you have a very great life. All of us, we are messengers to share the values, to share the ethics and good attitude. All of us, we represent our own parents. So let us be good messengers to the values of humanity and to our own parent. It's